Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Ranger Ian. I'm a ranger here at Pipe Spring National Monument, and right now we're inside the courtyard of Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle has about a dozen different names, but most commonly Windsor Castle or the fort. Built 150 years ago, directly on top of Pipe Spring. Pipe Spring is a natural water source in the desert that people have been using for countless generations, going back to the ancestral Puebloans, the same culture you'd see at places like Mesa Verde. They built structures around here thousands of years ago. The Kaibab band of Paiute Indians, whose reservation lands were entirely surrounded by their origin story, places them in this area. Spanish explorers passed through the region in the 1700s, and then this building was built in the early 1870s by members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as Mormon settlers, and this was the headquarters for their cattle ranching and dairy production. This building was designed to be a fort, though it was never really used as a fort, never for any defensive purposes. It was a very sturdy home. But the fear in the West at that time period was to protect yourself against everyone else, the outsiders. So this was built on top of the spring to control that water source and have access to the water within should this ever be under attack. The two biggest fears at the time were to protect against Native American raids that just never happened, and later on to protect the people inside, the members of the church that practiced polygamy, from the federal government breaking up polygamous groups. And legislation passed in the 1880s that made polygamy illegal in the United States, and there was a big crackdown throughout this region on that. And this was a hiding place of sorts. But it was never really used as a fort, per se, a very sturdy home that people could hide out in and make 40 pounds of butter, 60 pounds of cheese nearly every day. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints owned this building up until the mid-1890s, where it transitioned into individual families that owned it, and they've exchanged family hand to family hand until the National Park Service purchased it in 1923, making this year, 2023, the 100th anniversary of being established as a national monument. We were established officially as a memorial to Western pioneer life, though in reality we were a bathroom stop. At that time, if you wanted to visit national parks, you'd join a touring company and they would bus you from park to park all across the region. Then it was a 4.5-hour rough road to the North Rim, 4.5 hours to Zion. We were in the middle. So it was a place to drink some water, eat a sandwich, go to the bathroom, and get back out in your car and go. So we, of course, do a lot more than that now. And the centennial year, based on some of the stories that we do share here of religious persecution and indigenous slavery, this is both a celebration and a commemoration year, a way to kind of honor some of the stories that haven't been told here over the generations and kind of set the tone for what we will do in the next 100 years. So that is the brief overview of this building and what Pipe Spring is. I encourage you to continue exploring, see what other images or video you can get along the way. It's 40 acres, it's small, not Grand Canyon, not Zion, not Bryce, but lots of history, and you can find something interesting out here.
Bunkhouse.